And you started from 2 years, you done dancing for 27 years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden something happened, then you start getting into gymnastics, tricking, weapons, blah, 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 blah. When did that happen and why?
Like, I probably started learning the tricks early, like in my 20s. Like I think I've got footage from like 2013 of me trying to do an aerial and things like that. Because I wanted to be a sick performer, and that included being able to trick and flip in my mind. Like, I never see people and think, oh, I can't do that, or oh, I'll just let them be good at that and I'll just stick over in my corner and just do a little bit of choreography. No, I want to be as good as everyone I see.
And that we already touched upon that. We talked about that one, but now I want to direct you more about the stunt stuff and how. When did you decide that you want to get on the British Stunt Register? That wasn't for a while, and now that I know that it's not happening anymore.
So when I broke my arm the first time. Was it then? So, yeah, I think, I broke my arm, and then I started training. Because I couldn't use my arm, I started training kicks. I think I actually started before this. So I started training kicks with a guy who's a stunt performer. And I used to go to his, he had like a tricking school place. I also even used to go to his house, like literally he'd be doing stunts, and then he'd come home knackered, and he would still coach me. Like in his room, like, you're doing 50 of this kick, and he'd be telling me, no, you're doing 50 of this kick, you're doing 50. That's all I need. Like,
who is this mystical guy?
Callie.
Oh, it wasn't love interest, or it was?
No. He was my coach.
Yeah, I remember very well. So how did you meet Callie then? So
he and Adam used to have Skilltown.
Oh, right.
Did you know that
I
place?
remember Skilltown. Yeah.
So I started training kicks with him, but it was very much like he was just like, get my foundations right. He taught me like from not having no knowledge. So that's why I think my foundations in my kicks are quite good. I understand. Yeah.
Debatable.
A little bit. So I just started then doing the kicks and the tricks, and randomly within a month, about 5 different people at Beckton or different places were like, oh, are you training to be on the stunt register? And I was like, no.
Okay, for those who don't know what is stunt register, it's BSR, British Stunt Register, is the way, if you want to get in the stunt industry, in the film industry and being a stunt performer, that's the way to do it here. In the UK specifically. But in the same time, it's not the only way to get in the stunt industry, but it's one of the ways. So that's what I did 6 years ago. I qualified for British Stunt Register, did 6 disciplines. Yay!
I've also done 5 disciplines. Way!
Yeah, and
then they got cancelled.
Yeah, in Corinne's case, what happened was they changed the rules, and I can just imagine how you feel with that. It's like...
It didn't really bother. Like, I know other people were very frustrated, but I'm very like...
No, just fuck it.
Like, we just move on. We just keep going forward. So in my head at that point, I was like, cool, I'll just do the tests again. But I've never been like this... Like, my whole life is dedicated to tests right now. I've always still done my dancing, still done my teaching, and doing the tests as I enjoy them and learning the skills as I enjoy them. Like, I was still training every single day, but I was training to be the best, not to pass tests and tick boxes for random things. Does that make sense? I just wanted to train the best and be in Marvel films and be a sick Avenger. Do you know what I mean? No, seriously. Black Widow, Avenger, I'm coming.
Yeah, she's coming. Fuck.
I'm coming. America,
she's doing some pad stuff.
That's with Ian Streets. Whoop,
Ian Street, shout out. What's up?
Amazing coach.
Yeah, looks sick. Well done. Like, listen, I mean, I've seen you, and again, 5-6 years ago when you just start doing this, like, you are so much better. 100%.
Thank you.
There's no doubt.
I put in the time.
And then...
the Muay Thai stuff is
also,
good.
like, when we're talking about Callie, for those who don't know, Callie is the guy who's one of the best probably performers out there. He's from France originally. He was Olympic team in France doing taekwondo.
So good coach.
Yeah, and an amazing free runner. Like the shit what he could do, that was crazy. And when I saw him first time, I was like, wow, this guy's insane. And he was teaching me a little bit of silat, like the knives and stuff. And he's also one of the doubles for Samuel L. Jackson. The fans for Samuel L. Jackson. So Callie, he's known. And then
so people kept saying to me, "Oh, are you training to?"
Yeah.
But I didn't know anything about it,
Right.
and my brain wasn't there, and I was just thinking, I just want to learn tricks and just be sick, like as a ninja, like. But I was saying as a dancing ninja, but now people see me as a stunt performer ninja. Like that's kind of like a little nickname I get. So yeah, it was more that people were kind of putting it on me, and I was like, oh, maybe I should check this out. And then I ended up very closely to that time in the early stages dating a stunt performer who I was with all the time. And we trained together. He worked. I saw him before and after work. Like we were together all the time. So I learned the ins and outs. I understood what he was going through at work. Obviously, see how he trains. Like it was good. It was a good little insight. Being around his friends, they're all stunt performers. Yeah, and
the circle is so small. In the end of the day, everyone knows each other. So now you're like, okay, British Stunt Register, that not that important because you realize that you can get noticed with the different ways. Like someone sees you an awesome performer, can hire you. So that's your direction at the moment, just be amazing performer. And so going through your Instagram, anyone who wants to check out Corinne's Instagram, how are we going to find you? Just Corinne Holt, easy.
Yes. Wait, do you not follow me? It says follow back.
No, that's a different account. It's
are you sure from about that?
Yes, yeah, 100%. This is for my work. Because I was just so into you, I couldn't see your videos again.
Right. It was obsessing you.
Yeah, it was
to
obsessing
see me.
you. I was just like stalking you.
Okay. You better follow me now, though.
And then so many things like on your Instagram, you can see like you do horse riding, you do this, you do that, and
parkour, weapons.
How often people ask you like, is there anything you don't do? Why do you do all those things? What's wrong with you?
Not the latter one.
Yeah,
the first one.
Like get kids, get married, settle down.
Yeah, I'm ready for that too.
Oh my god, she can do everything. She's this like where else?
Ready for Supermum too.
There you go, little sword action.
Little sword action. That was through lockdown number 2. I was doing 1-to-1s with Vitas.
Oh, Vitas! I did some training with him before. Shout out to Vitas. Hey, with all the drum and bass and all that stuff.
Damn. It's just go. It's like being a professional athlete. They don't just train here, nilly.
Vanilli.
Willy-nilly.
Like nilly, vanilli. That's actually a thing.
So yeah, I take it really seriously. My nutrition, my sleep, every day, training 3 times a day. Obviously, there are times where you need extra rest. I will rest. My body my brain might need a little bit of a rest. And
one of the things what we kind of didn't mention, we did the whole segment about 30 minutes long, and I forgot to press a sound. So yeah, well done on me.
How come you're mentioning that now?
I just thought because I want to mention some things what we forgot to mention is that also when we start training together, very often, well not very often, but sometimes there's this guy, Tony. Tony, shout out to you, my man. He's
Tony!
amazing.
I need to see that he's all right, He just had an operation.
What operation did he have?
Knee, hips.
Yeah.
He's famous. He's big.
He's super famous. I did an interview with him. He's Boney M. Boney M singer, performer, yeah. I still have an interview somewhere online with him. And Tony... And he doesn't even come up with it as a Tony name, does he? Because he hides from people. Anyways. And Tony said... He said, where's that girl? She trains just like you, Renars. It's like, what do you mean? And then that was you. Because... we have quite a lot of things in common, so that's what we mentioned in the first bit, which didn't happen, and the variety of things. And would you say that since you were a kid, you were attracted to do different things and variety of things?
Yes.
Or it happened later?
No, I always wanted to be on every sports team. Anything physical.
Yeah. You see girls doing tumbling and whatever.
Yeah.
How did you and why did you decide that you want to learn how to do B-twists? For those who don't know what B-twist is, there's a butterfly kick. For those who don't know what a butterfly kick is, look up on Google.
I would say it's like a horizontal twist in the air. Like jump twist.
Wait, in this one you have it, no? Is the one move? Boom, boom, boom.
I don't know if there's
boom.
a B twist.
Oh, we had the B twist before. Anyways, so yeah, why you decided that you want to get into tricking and doing all that stuff?
Well, as a dancer, I always look to the best people, and in my eyes, when I would go to competitions and things, at the time in the UK, I would look to the boys, and generally, they are like slightly more advanced in level. Not now. Like, I think obviously we've equalized with females and males with particular things now, but anyways, in auditions, the boys were tricking, they were flipping, and you get you get the like the spotlight, you get the job. Like that's what's going to take me to the next level. I always want to go to the next level. So with my dancing, so I basically just booked a coach, and I think he had the background. He was around stunt guys, and he knew about tricking. So he kind of took the lead on what to learn to start.
Who was the coach?
With. Adam Ray.
Adam Ray, he was also doing did he teach you also the weapons?
Not really, no. I think I done like...
Someone else?
Weapons is Alex.
Oh, okay.
Hybrid martial arts, he's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, so no, it's a very good point. It's like, I think in a dance... And also the same thing with the film industry. Like when you see a film where there's someone who's doing an amazing trick or they're doing some crazy kicks or whatever, so you would look up who's the guy, blah, blah, look what they are training. So you want to be, if you want to be as good. And with dancing, when I remember, like in hip hop, it was less, but more in a break dancer. So whenever they would come on a battle, whenever you see someone doing the double cork or whatever that was, they were like, oh yeah, then that's a motivation to get better. It's very simple.
So yeah, with the tricking, it was like I started with just a couple of moves, and I was training with somebody in particular. And then when I moved to East London Gymnastics, you have an array of people who just do everything. Yeah. And then you're like, you go to this person and you learn, and then I learned from another coach, and they were the more, because they weren't gymnastics coaches, they were tricking coaches. Yeah. So then that's how I started learning the tricks. Yeah. And then obviously the martial arts came, and then I realized you can get even better kicks through the tricking.
I think East London Gymnastics is like a door to Narnia.
Yeah.
Because it's a place where is the like a meet-up of the best of all sorts of walks. Circus. Yeah. All the martial artists, trickers, stunt performers.
Dancers. Great dancers.
Yeah, you name it. All of them is
cheerleaders.
Going to be there. Cheerleaders, yeah.
Calisthenics.
Yeah, those guys come over and break some stuff sometimes. Let's count things what you do on daily basis training-wise.
Oh, daily basis, not what I've done.
No. On daily basis, like it's now, I would say like the things what are you focusing on?
Okay, I'm gymnastics.
Gymnastics 1.
Tricking.
So for those who don't know what tricking is, it's a combination with martial arts, kicks and whatever, and putting tricks in, which is kind of gymnasticy, but cooler. Like if you watch, what are the, like... who's like one of the biggest trickers from films? Van Damme was boring. He didn't do tricks. He just did his split kicks and who did tricking from films? Some like Jackie Chan. Films, Jackie Chan did some a little bit. Well, he mainly free running, but Marvel films, that's the one. Okay, so tricking.
Black Panther and
Then we have free running.
Yeah, parkour.
Free running parkour.
Yeah, I think that's very beneficial to the.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Muay Thai.
Mai Tai or Muay Thai?
Muay Thai.
It's Mai Tai.
Muay
Honey,
Thai.
it's my time. Okay. That's
and
from
gym.
And gym is like, you
as
lift a lot and squat and all that stuff.
No, I don't do weights.
You stopped? You used to do it.
I used to do it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But as only just to be like better my performance, make sure I'm strong, injury free, not like, oh my God, I want to squat. Like, you know what? No, because you know some people. I
like the context. Oh my God, I want to squat.
You know the vibe.
Oh, you can squat anytime, honey.
So I do, calisthenics. I sometimes do handstands. Calisthenics.
Yeah, so gymnastics.
Yeah. Flexibility.
So that's pretty much like 8 things. So for martial arts, it's only Muay Thai at the moment.
At the moment, yeah.
You did a lot of boxing though.
I've done boxing. I've done a lot of taekwondo. I'm a black belt in taekwondo.
Are you?
Yeah.
How long it took you to get a black belt?
Over 5 years. I don't know.
Shit, black belt. Nice.
Yeah. But it's different here. Like obviously, if you've done it from young, it takes you a lot longer. Not it's different here. sensei understands that for the stunt register you need to be a black belt, and it's not like so he did
a little bit fast forward.
A little bit fast forward.
I had the same thing with judo.
Yeah.
To get, we needed
but
only
we were
brown
putting
belts.
in the extra hours, whereas some people might just be doing taekwondo.
Yeah, and it's like right now I go to BJJ. I'm in 3 clubs.
What? Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, you can go to many clubs you want, and I do 11 sessions a week.
Wow.
So
clap.
yeah. Oh wait. 11 sessions a week. Everything hurts. But in BJJ there's way to actually to kind of pace yourself. Yeah. So what you can do, you come for a session, you're mainly there to learn new moves. Yes. So they're always teaching new technique. And then when you do rolling or the sparring, then you just go easy. You're like, oh, dude, I'm quite...
Do you know what? I try to explain this to some people, some of the classes and coaching I go to, but they all believe in me and want me to do so well that they're like, no, you can do it. They all push me so hard. And I'm like, I'm literally just coming here to learn to, like, let's do parkour. Not, because other people go, but they need the fitness side. They need so they'll smash out some crazy competition at the end that's like fitness, and I'm like, I've already done all this today. But they're like, no, they don't let me get away with nothing. And I'm like, sometimes I just have to like...
Well, you need to explain them. It's like, just say, listen, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to break my arm. Do you want me to do that?
You have to be smart, and I get it. And sometimes I just like...
100%.
Take myself out.
Yeah, I think
I sometimes just want to learn... I just need to learn the skills.
You have to be smart about all of those things. That's where I used to overtrain. I used to overdo stuff because...
Mate, I don't feel strong after training with you today, though.
What do you mean? You never do... How often do you do kettlebells?
I do kettlebells.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're weak.
What are you
Here you go. Look at this. Doing a pull-ups on the rings. That's boring. Is there anything more fun?
There's a strict muscle up on the rings somewhere.
Yeah,
It won't be here. It won't be here, don't it?
Hey, skin...
what, a lever or something?
Just
I think I'm doing a lever. He was doing some madness with me. I think he just thought it was a date, let's be honest.
Oh my God. The guys struggle to train with you. They always think it's going to be
It's a date. No, I'm too serious.
Yeah.